Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sergeant Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug, continues to protect our freedoms.
What's up, YouTube? Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Day. And have you noticed that once he was the one black person that was not allowed to be talked about or put down or seen as a bad mark in American history? He was the one, because they found a way to use his talk of peace, right? His nonviolent resistance. And it sounded so good, and it felt so good, and it looked so bad on TV when the dogs were on them. It looked so bad on TV when the fire hose were turned on and the buses were burnt down by Ku Klux Klan members. And it looked so bad when they sat down at the tables, and what they were met with was violence beyond belief. Teenagers. That looked so bad. Remember? He was not allowed to be talked about. You had to say, we love King. It was okay to put his memorial up. Now, even he was a terrorist, a Marxist, communist. That's how it goes. That's how white nationalism goes. They found the black guys to talk about him first. And then you're just run-of-the-mill, lily-white, conservative nationalist. As it turns out, they all think that, well, he wasn't really that good. Once you let it in, just a little bit, white people, black people, white women, white Christian men, once you let it in just a little bit, you will be next. Your heroes will be next. The only hero you will be allowed to have is Trump. So on this Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Day, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to show the entire visit as seen through the eyes of my child and me to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Museum at Lorraine Motel, where his life was ended prematurely. It's powerful, and I've never shown the entire thing before. I've always put it behind a paywall because I wanted something special for the Patreon. But this time, where we are now, I think it's time to show the whole thing. We've got a brand new Canadian drain coming this week. We have news from the UK, from our Ireland correspondent coming this week. We even had a new host come in and put his hand in the pot this week. But although we have all that stuff coming this week, and it is coming, today is MLK Day. So that's what we're going to do first. We're in Tennessee, the belly of the beast out here. What's happening is
we're talking about the politics over here, and we're talking about Donald Trump, almost like the worst president of the entire election year.
And these are the facts. So the reason why I'm not driving is because in Tennessee there is a gigantic crackdown used with ICE. And they're sending people places, especially if they're not born in America. And I'm not. So I decided I would be here to document, because there's some other good things that happened in Tennessee. There's historical things that happened in Tennessee that relate to our resistance. One of them was Dr. King came here for the People's March, for the Poor People's March. Before he was assassinated in a hotel, I hope we get to see him tomorrow. He came here to help the sanitary workers union fight back against poor wages, fight back against the people who figured that because you work for them, they own you. And right now, that's the type of feudalist society that they want to go back to. When they say make America great again, that's what they mean. We want a feudalist society where the only people who get paid are the people who own the companies, and the people who work for the companies have to scrape hand and foot. That's great to them. So today we're going to look at what else Tennessee has to offer. And I would bet you the same reason why there's a crackdown here is probably the same reason why he was assassinated then. Because the same people who own the same companies will go to any lengths to ensure that their power is kept.
Wow.
So, therefore, we will go to any lengths to ensure that they don't have it. Cool?
Yes.
Thank you. It was
the civil rights. It was the civil. It was technically it was the place where Martin Luther King died.
There you go. The Civil Rights Museum and the hotel where he died, they turned into a museum, and it was really cool. On the inside, they had videos, and they had a whole lot of really cool exhibits to help you learn about what it was like in the 1960s and the 50s. And there was one part where I won't ask to tell because it was sad, and it was all about the slave trip from Africa to America and how they did a lot of bad stuff. And we realized that some people, even back then, would use power and greed to do bad things to people. Just to make a little extra money, they were willing to be really mean and really bad to black folks. So then after that, we saw that, and I cried. I think you were very sad as well. And then we got to the next part where we started to learn about the civil rights movement. Is there anything you want to talk about in the civil rights movement?
The thing that I want to talk about the most, that was legit the scariest thing, was when they stuffed that thing, and it said, and they had this stuffed figure, and they hanged it on this creepy thing, this line thing, whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was the head was attaching to it, the head.
Tell the camera.
The head of it. The head of it. They use it as a scare mechanism to keep them working.
Yeah.
And they used that stuffed figure, and they poked this stitch thing, and they stitched it to this I don't know what it was. I guess it was a power line. I don't know what it was, but it was this messed up figure thing that looked so much like a human who didn't do their job, and then they got all messed up.
All right, so that was the toughest part, and they're hanging.
But for me, that was not the toughest part.
What was the toughest part?
The B.O.
Oh, no, we don't talk about the boats. I already talked about it for you because I know it's just a whole lot. Well, tell me about what other kind of stuff they had during that museum that kind of let you understand what was going on back then, or the dynamics of power.
Doll test.
Huh?
Doll test.
Doll test? The doll test. Tell me about that. I didn't even watch it, but I know about it from my own history books. Tell me about what the doll test said.
I wasn't really listening since I didn't really want to look, since I thought it was going to be as bad as the...
Right. We don't want to talk about that. In the doll test, these people came up with a test to figure out how segregated schools, remember segregation? Segregated schools worked on the minds of kids, what it made them think, and if it, helped or hurt them. And they came up with a doll test. These really smart people came up with a doll test that had one white kind of baby doll and one dark black baby doll or brown baby doll. And they would ask them questions to kids. And all of the kids looked at the brown baby doll and said everything was ugly, oh, blah, 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 because they were so indoctrinated.
That means like they teach them the wrong thing.
They teach them the wrong thing. They indoctrinated them. And, everything white was pretty and everything black was bad. And so they ended up hating themselves if they were that color. The doll test was very important though.
Yeah.
Right? Because it taught us that what we think about ourselves has a lot to do with indoctrination. And it's not necessarily true. Because you know that you're proud.
Yeah. And you're great the way you are.
And you're just perfect the way you are. Absolutely great. And that don't have to be black or white. Whatever way you are, it's fine.
Like even if there's a new color in town, like brown or gray or whoever, the way you're made is the way God made you, and the way God made you is the perfect way you are. So never misstand the way you're made or whatever. just be grateful of who you are.
I love
what you look like.
Exactly. Okay. After that, what else did we see? We saw the whole bunch of the exhibits. Tell me another one that stood out after the doll test.
There was actually a lot of bad ones.
Well, bad is remember, like I said, history isn't bad or good. History, the truth is, everything we learned in that museum, the other side of it is, we won. We won. We went through all of that to make it to where we are today. So, even when it seems bad, it's the history reminds us that we went through all of that and still won.
First of all,
we won. How did we win?
Just fighting me there.
Fighting back and never giving up, right?
Yes.
That's right. Okay, what about do you remember about the Rosa Parks and the bus boycott? What was that exhibit like?
I need to see it.
It was a bus that we all walked on, right? We walked on the bus. And then, yeah, so tell them.
We could sit on it.
There you go.
It was actually kind of peaceful.
Yeah.
But for Rosa Parks,
it wasn't so good.
They made every part of it was good because, like, how did they make the sculptures of like the body and head and stuff? Like, that was awesome.
That's
like,
right.
These people have trained professionals.
They are.
Of artists. Like, it was.
They are. So we went into the bus and we saw Rosa Parks was sitting there, and then they had. And
the bus driver was like yelling at her saying, "Get out the seat and let the white person get in the seat," which a lot of people know, I guess.
Right.
Since everybody knows in my class, like at school.
Okay.
And my school.
All right. So then, what would happen if you didn't go to the back? Remember, the bus driver said what they said that if the black people didn't go to the back of the bus, then what would happen?
They would get arrested.
And she got arrested, but guess what? She got out. And then they had the boycott. What about the segregated counters for the drugstore? And where they used to sell soda and food? You remember that one?
It's almost as bad as what I saw on them.
It's not just like pictures in a book. When you go to this museum, they make it look really real and very impactful. That means it touches you in a very special way, not like just watching a movie. And we saw in that museum where they trained people to be non-violent. What does it mean when they were non-violent? What they couldn't
do anything.
They can't do anything. They can't fight back. And why is that hard?
Because you can do all of that and you can't do nothing. Like, say if you get bit by $100 or something, and you end that time, they wouldn't let you do nothing.
Nothing.
You would have to have, and they wouldn't even let you have special gear. They would send you there to get trained and not let you do nothing. You have to deal with it. And
but why? Why was it important not to fight back during that specific time? Because normally you gotta fight back. You gotta defend yourself, right?
But you can fight back, but it's not.
But not that time.
Not this type of fight back.
Exactly. It's the mental fight back. It's hard.
I cannot be smiling right now because this is.
No, it's okay to smile because we won. We won. That's the beauty of it. So why couldn't they fight back? Well, why? What did it show? What was the important part about not fighting back for that specific portion?
Okay, so you know how like you can watch that now, like you can watch how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
The people who they didn't do that because the people who are making the whole reason why segregation even started was the bad people,
right?
And it showed that the bad people started it. But if you fight back with your fist, it will make it seem like you're the bad person who started it. So that's why they get you in training to not fight back.
Very good. Very good.
But
very easy
I have something to say about that.
Go ahead.
It's bad, so it's okay if y'all cry, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the video, it's I'm not trying to say it's supposed to make you cry, but if you heard my daddy say earlier, it's about what we've gone through and we got through it. So one of the men was crying since he was black and he was sitting in a white man's seat. He got stepped on like 3 times by this white person.
Yeah.
And then he got made fun of, kicked, blah blah blah. Take it away. Take it away.
That you didn't like how that made you feel at all. It made you want to cry. It's okay because some of them are gonna see it and they're gonna want to cry too. They need to know that it's okay.
Daddy, did you take pictures of that?
I did. You want me to show them?
Yes.
You want me to show them so that they can know why you feel so bad?
Yes.
And this is why we call it a fight. Even though they didn't fight back with their fists.
They fought back with their brains.
To be able to handle this stuff takes a lot. And it really is hard to take. So he saw that. Douglas saw that. And even now sometimes it's hard to deal with. All right? I almost broke my camera. But it's all right because I understand it. It was too much. After that, they had their bus burned down. But guess what?
I can talk about that part.
All right, come on, tell me about it.
So, you know how we were talking about Rosa Parks?
Uh-huh.
That was the same bus people were playing on. And when they played on the bus, they had this very bad punishment where they had to burn the bus down.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only one time. And then the firefighters had to clear all the fire out when they burned it down. And Daddy, did you take a picture of that too?
I got a picture of that too.
So can you show that? Can you show them that when you edit the video, please?
I will.
And the crooked space will be made straight. And the word of the Lord shall be revealed of all flesh. We shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the start with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we we will be able to transform the dangling discourse of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day that all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning like unto tears. We land of liberty and we are free. That's why my fathers died during the Pilgrim tribe. From every mountainside. Let freedom reign in America to be a great nation. This must become true. So let freedom reign. From the Copies of Hilltops to New Hampshire. Let freedom reign. From the mighty
Personal space, baby. Personal space.
let freedom reign from the heights of Let freedom reign from the SoCal Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom reign from the very coast of California. But not only that, let freedom reign from the southern mountain of North. Let freedom reign from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom reign from every hill and more hill of Mississippi. From every mountainside. Let freedom reign when it happens. When we allow freedom reign. When we let it reign from every city to every hamlet, from every state and every city. We will be able to speed up that day when all of our children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
That's right, brother.
I am happy to join with you today. The end of the world will go down in history as the greatest demonstration of freedom in the history of our nation.
Instead of a computer like we have
Look at that. It's history. Not all history is good. But we won. That's the point. We won. People died for our freedom.
In the pre-dawn hours of December 4th, 1969, police raided Fred Hampton's home and fired more than 90 rounds, killing the unarmed Hampton and a sleeping security guard.
I was a teenager watching the news about what was happening, and it was found out that the government had, in fact, lied. And it made me angry at my country.
For many, Black Power was a call to recover their rich intellectual and cultural heritage.
Well, the intellectual life of African Americans in the Black Power era moves in exciting new directions as well, reclaiming the right to study themselves from the perspective of African people.
We are bodies moving together in love. We are communities looking into the sky.
A national plan.
Let me tell you what happened.
You tell me.
So he was walking to. Well, after he came out his room, he walked up to the balcony. He got assassinated. So basically, these people who I forgot what it said on when we first came, but I remember it said, "And we shall see what becomes his dreams," and like, so basically these people on a way different building. So Martin Luther King couldn't see them. I guess I don't know where they shot him, like the place where they shot him at. Like I don't know if they shot him in the head, the stomach, or I don't know. But I know they shot him, and then like they were hiding out, and they were plotting what they were going to do, and then they said, "Well, we can shoot them."
Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.